Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, dear.
All right.
Let's
Think
get
we're good
started. Let's get started.
Finally.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, what's happening?
It's good
How
to
you doing,
see you.
Gina?
It's good to
You
see
too.
you. So, everyone, thank you. To basically today, what I'm doing is I'm sharing a BNI success story, and you're going to learn how Justin Pandello, who you see right there, how he signed 18 clients on the spot and at one time in his BNI group. Rock star, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was
Yeah.
actually surprised. Yeah, it went over very well.
That is fantastic. So, Justin, I have a course called Clients
Okay.
in Bulk,
Sure.
where it teaches small business owners who sell services of any kind. Doesn't matter if you're, a video guy or a graphic designer or real estate. It doesn't matter. You can sign
Okay.
clients at bulk at one time, completely offline. And one of the things that I teach in the course is BNI. BNI is a fantastic local resource to sign clients in bulk. And
I
I
couldn't
wanted,
agree with you more.
yeah. So I wanted to do an interview with you because holy mother of Abraham Lincoln, 18 clients
That's great.
at one time.
I'm telling you. Well, it happened because of the philosophy,
That's
right?
right.
Giver's gain. So, I ended up like discounting some of my services just to get people in, and kind of personalize my story. And I think that was really the ticket that basically launched it to be so successful on that day. I mean, it was basically, like you said, about 18 people, and it was 10K inside of a week time
Wow.
frame that I offered them. So, um,
$10,000,
mhm,
18 clients.
mhm.
Boom. So obviously we're gonna go through the whole story and all the details. Let's back up just a little bit. So Justin,
Sure.
you and I met through our friend Dan Henry, and we met at the Sold Out Courses live event that he did in Tampa. What was that? Maybe July, something like that.
It was June, I believe.
Okay, nice and
Yeah,
very,
actually, it was
yeah.
July. It was
Was
July.
it July?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Tampa. And
Yeah.
so that's how we met. And tell everybody a little more about what you do. You're kind of you're a video guy, basically. Tell us
Yeah.
more about what you do and the services you offer.
Well, I basically started out in marketing. So I've been like a long time member of like the Warrior Forum online. I followed like the big names like Jeff Walker, Frank Kern, Evan Pagan, all like the syndicate, Mike
Right.
Filsame. So like I always loved their style of how they presented advertising and online marketing because a large portion of my background was in real estate. And so obviously agents have to figure out how to market for themselves. And so I started modeling all the internet marketing guys, and eventually that just led me into video. So I ended up changing my seat over in my BNI from videographer to video marketer.
Okay.
So so that's basically I just did a presentation in December, another one, 5 minute, and basically I was just going over what we did at Sold Out Courses with Dan Henry. Some stuff I picked up from also Billie Jean, for the Facebook advertising, because this year I really want to start concentrating on not just creating awesome like cinematic business videos, but distributing them through an online distribution channel like Facebook and YouTube and other social media channels like Pinterest and Twitter and all that kind of good stuff.
Right. That's awesome. Okay, so tell us what BNI group you're in, how many members there are, and where it is.
Okay, so we are BNI Chapter 53. We are worth waking up for.
I like that.
Yeah, so we meet 7 o'clock in the morning every Tuesday right outside the Rockefeller Plaza in Manhattan. So it's an awesome view, going in there every Tuesday. Like, it's encouraging to go in there and just see, like, the hubbub of New York, and then you go in there and, like, the people are amazing. Like, they always say, like, friends are the family you choose. And
Right.
I got to say, like, everybody in the BNI has become, like, family to me. I've been going there for over a year. They're just amazing people. They're high achievers. They legitimately want to see you do well. There's about 44 of them, I think, right
Okay,
now that
44,
we
good.
have. Yeah, so it's a good sized group, and we are a founders club also, which is pretty exclusive. So we are, best of the best inside of the BNI ecosystem.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, there's a lot of different levels of chapters in BNI. I shared the story in the course, Clients in Bulk, that I was involved in BNI for 13 years. I helped start the chapter that I was involved with. And there's Founders Club, there's Premier Chapter, there's Showcase Chapter, there's a whole bunch of different things. So basically what Justin is saying, if you're not familiar with it, yeah, their chapter's a very high achieving chapter, follows the policies and procedures of BNI, and has done some things up and above to really get a Founders Award. So that's really awesome. That's really awesome. So Justin, you've been involved for how long again? A year?
About a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, but inside my first month, I already broke even on my BNI fees. Like I charged, I think, our fees are somewhere close to like $1,500 a year to be a part of our club,
Okay.
between the dues and just basically the monthly to have the location that we have over, in the Rockefeller Plaza. So I think it was like two or three video jobs, and I was already paid for.
Yeah.
So I was already in the black. So for me, I mean, I just wanted to be ROI positive, and once that happened, the members always told me like, you got to have a long-term mindset in BNI. Like, obviously, you get involved with a group, but people have to know, like, and trust you in that group, and get to know you, and what you're about, and what your business is about. And I was fortunate that I broke even so early, but I think as I grew into the group, and people got to know me, it's obviously gotten a lot better for me too.
Sure. So let's go back to when you signed the 18 in bulk at one time on the spot. How long had you been in BNI? And obviously you did that through your 10-minute presentation, correct?
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
So let's go back. How long were you in BNI before you had that presentation?
Okay, so I had been in a year. What had happened was somewhere right like midway through the year, I ended up changing my seat from videographer to video marketer.
Right.
So the first presentation I gave was like a complete hot mess. Like people probably didn't even know what the hell I did. I'm Google partner. I'm like video guy. I'm doing like landing pages. So it was kind of confusing because like traditionally the definition of a videographer is like a guy who's doing weddings, bar mitzvahs, stuff like that.
Right.
And like that is so not my thing. I don't do anything like that. I'm only business to business video. Okay. So I got hanging out with the BNI. Actually, it's like iron sharpens iron. Those presentations, hearing them every week, kind of helps you to hone your own craft. And eventually, I got to the point where I articulated it so well at that 10-minute presentation. Once I became video marketer, I basically just added my personal story with the work I did for the members. Said I had a limited window of packages that I was offering. I'm discounting it severely. Like I actually started doing like $1,500 video packages over there. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of tough to sell. And I figured it's like nobody really knows what I do. So I figured it would be a multifold benefit because if I discounted my services, I'm basically investing in my own advertising. So I ended up offering everybody $250 videos up front.
Wow. Instead of a $1,500 package?
Yeah, and I told them I wanted like 40 different BNI members to basically buy those like cheap video packages because I would have 40 different testimonials. I would have 40 different case studies and so many different business niches that to me, I was investing in myself in basically my own advertising.
See.
So to me, the juice was worth the squeeze.
Absolutely.
So that's exactly why I did that.
Justin, that is so spot on because in Clients in Bulk, I teach, there's a couple of keys to be able to sign a whole bunch of clients at one time. Not this, a client here and a client here and a client here and
right.
not this kind of trickle in, but like a big, huge
Sure.
bulk one-time thing. Sure. And one of the keys is you have to discount your services. Now, I'm a huge believer in not doing that regularly, but to sign a ton of clients at one time, discounts and special pricing absolutely works. That's one key. Another key is limited time or limited spots. So you had, two of there's a lot of other keys, but you had two of those.
Yeah.
So you had, let's clarify, you had 40 packages.
Yeah.
And 18
40 packages to sell.
18 people snatched all those up.
Yeah, one guy actually bought 12 of the packages all by himself. So it blew my mind because I figured I was going to have to work with 40 different clients, and it ended up only being 18. which
Yeah.
is still a logistical nightmare for somebody who was doing onesie twosies before. So I
Okay.
learned about scalability this year too.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. So again, let's clarify those 40 packages. Tell me exactly what they were. So let's pretend I'm one of the
Mhm.
18 and I'm signing up for one of those packages. What am I getting?
So you're basically getting a stylized version of your BNI commercial to play 24/7 on any medium. So obviously, you know when you hit it perfectly on your sales pitch when you're with a client, and you're like, man, you walk away from that thing, and you're like, I nailed that. Imagine being able to do that 24/7, 365 online. And that's what you can do with videos because you can polish the perfect presentation, get yourself at your peak performance with your peak message to your target audience. And then basically you can use Facebook or YouTube targeted advertising to take that perfect presentation and send it in front of everybody who's an interested party and then have them contact you instead of cold calling all the time. It's a perfect recipe. It's basically like putting, $1 into your advertising, but you're getting $3 out because you want ROI positive advertising. And that's basically what I do.
Awesome. Awesome. And normally you charge 1500 for that.
Yeah, the average videos I'm doing for business promotional packages, which is basically like a trailer for your business,
Sure.
like a movie trailer for your
Yeah.
business,
Yeah.
or your personal brand. So typically they're anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,500. I trained under a Mark Wonderland and Michael Gebbins under handcrafted business videos. These guys were shooting for like Sir Richard Branson, Tony Robbins.
Sure.
They're shooting all the major promotions, and they're saying basically how once you actually up your game, you can get into like the $5,000 per video area. I've gotten a couple of those type of videos, but I find like I like to help the entry level business owner, and I find like if I price accordingly, I can get long term business too that way. So.
And Justin, that's a huge key too about BNI because I think what happens is a lot of people, and I shouldn't say a lot of people, that's not a fair statement. I think some people go into BNI and dip their toe in BNI and try BNI, and then they say BNI sucks, BNI doesn't work. I think what happens, and what I've seen, is those that have that experience, they go in and try to sell too much too quickly. They don't make a special offer to be able to build that know, like, and trust. You held up the book Giver's Gain. That's a huge philosophy of BNI. The more you give, the more you gain, and it's all about relationships. And here's the great thing, because I've done this strategy too, and chances are you probably are having this happen. Those 18 that bought the $250 package, you're going to do such an awesome job for them. They're going to love the video. They're going to see the success. Who are they going to go to when they want to up their game and do even more video and better video?
Oh, absolutely.
You.
Absolutely.
You.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've sealed the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk
I
about.
totally dig.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I totally dig that too. And I think what also kind of has helped me is like I've always like believed in personal development, like understanding people. A huge part of the Brendan Burchard and Tony Robbins community.
Sure.
Like I know a lot of people in that community. I love those people because they always help you keep it real,
Yeah.
have some perspective on yourself, build your relationships. Also, before I actually went to BNI, I was vice president of public relations for Toastmasters, our local chapter.
Love Toastmasters.
So,
yeah, recommend Toastmasters.
yeah,
Toastmasters is great.
So kind of in like my business journey has been like become a more articulate speaker so I can better articulate my message.
Mm-hmm.
And then with BNI, it was just basically putting myself in a great network of people. And when honestly, I stumbled on this BNI chapter by accident. My girlfriend was having some difficulty with an ex-husband with a foreclosure. So I was doing some online research and I stumbled across a foreclosure attorney. And we got everything done. This guy was a freaking animal. He ended up getting like a restraining order against the bank, got him basically to take it back with no problem and fix her credit on top of it.
Right.
This guy is crazy. So Scott Lannon, I love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's a member of BNI Chapter 53, and he's like, what do you do, Justin? And that's when I was like, hot mess Google partner,
Right.
video
Doing
guy,
everything, trying to be everything, trying to talk about
Exactly.
everything, and it didn't work.
So yeah, and so he invited me as a guest, and like the first time I went in there, I was immediately hooked because I mean this group is doing on a rolling year around $2 million in business and referred business among 40 people, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, they were so personable, they were likable, everybody's laughing, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like who's like that? Well, now I'm like that. So like
Right.
a year later,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's good. You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with.
That's
And that's why.
I love it. I love it. So let's go back. So the first presentation you mentioned, you were a hot mess. You were trying to do everything. It crashed and burned, didn't work. This second presentation, when you signed the 18 clients in bulk on the spot at one time, tell me what that presentation was. Walk people through, because again, for BNI, you have a 30-second to 1-minute commercial every single week, and then everybody rotates and does a 10-minute presentation, and the 10-minute presentation is really when you can sign lots of clients in bulk. So talk about the 10-minute presentation. Tell us what you said, what the structure was, what the pitch was.
Okay, so the basic structure was like Frank Kern actually teaches. Here's what I got. Here's what it'll do for you, and here's what you need to do next if you're interested in what I can do.
Yep.
And so basically, I started out with the videos that I've already done for a couple of the BNI members. The projector wasn't working, so I had to show it on my laptop, which was even more horrible. But I'm showing everybody like these presentations that I did on like a small screen, and people are responding to it. And once I got to the end portion where I was basically call to action. I mentioned that I was going through a little bit of a hard time with trying to get my children back in my life. My ex-wife had disappeared out of the state with them, and it had been 4 years, and we're just trying to work on the legal fees. So I told them I have like a large need to pay for some legal fees, and that's one of the reasons why I'm significantly discounting my price. Also, I said it's like a win-win for you guys. You guys get a cheap video. You help me out in this particular rough spot of my life to get my personal life squared away so my business life in 2018 can be awesome. And that's exactly what happened. I just basically opened my heart, went completely vulnerable with people to show them, exactly what my deal was personally and professionally. And I think a lot of people responded to that. A lot of people said they were pretty touched by my personal story, and that's why they jumped in. But, at the same time, they're like, your work speaks for itself. And, I'd already done work for other members, and it came out nice. In fact, the president of the group, he did 3 videos with me. So, it worked out nicely.
Awesome. Did you have a deadline that you gave them? Like they had to sign up right then and there that day? Or tell me about that.
So I put a link on my website, like it may even still be there. And it was directly to an Acuity scheduling page with a checkout for Stripe. So they would book their appointments for when they wanted to actually shoot their video and pay for it right then and there. So I gave them that link at the BNI, and some of them I think did it through cell phone right there. The others basically followed on my Facebook page for the following 7 days thereafter. And I used the Dan Henry techniques that he taught me to basically create more urgency for that. One of the things he teaches is basically when somebody actually, when you put an offer on a page and somebody purchases, have them comment directly below that offer that they bought one of your packages or whatever, and it basically builds your social proof, and it also starts to show scarcity because those packages are running out as that thing goes further and further on your Facebook page. So I think that the combination of all those things together just was a perfect storm. It's like really helped me do that 10K in 8 days.
That's awesome. That's awesome. One thing I've done, and I love how you send people, to the website where they can pay right online or with their cell phone. I'm kind of old school. Maybe it's because I'm in my 40s and I now have gray hair or whatever. So, I'm old school girl. But what I've done at BNI is I actually had sign-up sheets where I would give my 10-minute presentation, give a pitch and say, it ends when we're done with this meeting. Here's sign-up sheets. People are running up to get the sign-up sheet. They're, filling it out. And then during the I have portion where they give referrals, it's here, Gina, I'm signing up. Here, Gina, I'm signing up. So there's the social proof within the group right then and there. So try that. Try that next time.
I am stealing that for the next one, man.
Steal it, brother. Steal it. It works. It really works.
I love
it does.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because it was kind of quasi like that because 3 people actually at the meeting gave me referral slips, like on the little BNI referral slips, saying that they wanted to use me. So right then and there, I should have connected the dots that that's exactly what you need to do.
Yep. That's all right. So next time you'll sign not 18, you'll sign like 28 or 38. You'll sign all, everybody in the group will take a video.
Lock up the room, man.
That's right. That's awesome. So Justin, this has been great. This has been great information.
Yeah.
Talk to the people that maybe are brand new to BNI. You know, they're taking our advice, they're taking my advice in the course and recommending
Sure.
get involved in BNI. What would you say to them if they're brand new? What do they need to do to get some success?
Okay, so I think first you have to have good chemistry with the group. So I would probably go to several different BNI chapters until you kind of find your vibe, because
They're all different.
your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean that would be probably the best piece of advice, is just go to a place until you feel like you're comfortable with the room. Once you're comfortable with the room and you apply, get to know people. Do a lot of one-on-ones.
Right.
Like, understand the people in the room, and from that point forward, like, people will get to know you a little bit better. The trust and the likability actually starts to build. And have like a unique commercial. Have fun with it. I mean, one of the things I learned at the Brendan Burchard event at HPA, he talked about how he used to get on stage, and it was scary for him and stuff like that. But he ended up reframing his mind that 45 feet by 20 feet is now his playground, and he can do whatever he wants in his playground. And so I kind of adopted that feeling with my BNI. So, like, whereas I was super rigid before in my my presentations, I have to hit this and this, I just, unlike the universe will take care of it for me, and I just have fun up there. Whatever comes to me spontaneously. Some people need to be scripted. Me, I kind of know my content, and I just basically throw it out there. I try to make people laugh. So that's kind of my shtick. But
Yep.
I mean, as far as everybody else, they just got to find what feels comfortable with them, and I
Sure.
think the rest will follow.
Sure. Great advice. So now they've found a chapter. They've visited a few, and this one has the vibe and everything. So they're now a member, and maybe they've been in it a month or two or something like that. What would you say to them then? Like, how to start kind of the ball rolling for signing lots of clients at one time, clients in bulk?
First, I would get like laser focused on exactly what your proposition or your value proposition is, what your offer is going to be. I think a lot of the lack of clarity that I had in the beginning was because I was just trying to throw everything against the wall and see what stuck. And that's like the worst way to do it. So what you really want to do is articulate from leading with one sale offer, and then basically build everything off of that.
Yeah.
Like, once you get people interested in your core message, your core product, your core service, whatever it is, you can always backtrack off of that. But have something like your core offering that you want to send to people, and have them articulate that to your referral partners. And I think that's really what's going to grow you the quickest.
That's phenomenal. I couldn't agree more. The people that have success in BNI are very laser focused, because you have to remember, there's 44 other people, 44 people in your group, Justin, and some groups have 20 people, some have 30, some have 70. So there's all these different people, and you're hearing all these commercials, you're hearing all the information. So the more focused it is, the more people are going to remember it and be like, yeah, I need that. Or that's what I need help with. So
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
Thank you so much. Any final thoughts, words of wisdom
you.
for signing clients in bulk at BNI?
I'm trying to think. Video, obviously. Like, I think also a great thing that you could do is, one of the things I'm going to be working on in 2018 is new business cards. So my business cards right now are just like the basic business cards with logo, name, boring, phone number. I would have a link to your offer directly on here, maybe like a short link. And then once they get to that particular page, you have a video giving your perfect presentation. And I think that might actually help you get a lot more traction in your BNI group when people can really see and articulate what you do. Because I think most people don't refer you because they really can't articulate that. And if you can help them do that, even better. So that's my advice.
That's fantastic. Justin, it was great to see you and talk to you, and you're just kicking butt and taking names, brother.
I love you too, man. It's good to see you, Gina.
It's really good to see you. I can't wait to see you. We're going to see you at AdCon, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good.
Absolutely.
Well, keep
Cool.
me updated. Let me know how else it's going, what else you're doing in BNI, and I just love the fact that you signed 18 clients. Just like that. 40 packages gone. Done. So great job.
Cool. Thanks,
Great
Gina.
job. All right, Justin, thank you so much.
All right.
We'll
Peace.
see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye now.